You've heard that octopuses are intelligent, but what you probably haven't heard is that they may not be from here. I'm not talking metaphors, I'm talking about a theory that even real scientists are afraid to touch. What if I told you that the DNA of these creatures is so strange, some researchers believe it didn't evolve on Earth? Sounds insane? Get ready, because science doesn't always have the answers it wants you to believe. In 2015, after the octopus genome was fully sequenced, one quote echoed across the world. "It sits like we sequenced an alien genome." And that wasn't from a science fiction writer, it came from a neuroscientist at the University of Chicago, Octopuses puzzle researchers, and when science runs into something that shouldn't be there, but is, it either stays quiet or denies everything. Today, I'll show you real studies, shocking data, and questions no one wants to ask out loud. We'll talk about space, viruses, impossible mutations, and creatures that may not have come from the ocean floor, but from somewhere far beyond. And once you finish this video, you'll never look at an octopus the same way again. When scientists finally mapped the octopus genome, the scientific world was stunned. They identified over 33,000 protein coding genes, more than in humans, but the real shock came when they realized that many of those genes had no clear analog in any other creature on Earth. It was like discovering foreign code inside a familiar system, a genetic intruder. The Nature journal published the study in 2015, and neuroscientist Clifton Ragsdale didn't hold back. "It sits like we sequenced the genome of an alien." He was half joking, but also half right. Genes that control the arms, brain, and sensory systems of the octopus are completely unique. No evolutionary line explains how they got here. It's as if this being skipped the slow, classic path of evolution and just appeared. And when something in biology appears suddenly with no evolutionary record behind it, what does that really mean? A mistake? A coincidence? Or maybe an intervention? What if this DNA didn't evolve? What if it was delivered? The theory of panspermia. Life on Earth is usually seen as self-contained, starting in oceans and evolving over billions of years. But an ancient, controversial theory called panspermia challenges that idea. It claims life came from beyond Earth, brought here by meteors, comets, or cosmic dust. And this is where things get even stranger. Some scientists believe alien viruses may have altered primitive life, giving birth to the modern cephalopod. In 2018, 33 researchers published a bold study in Progress in Biophysics and Molecular Biology, writing, "The sudden appearance of unique genes in octopuses could suggest an extraterrestrial origin via cosmic viral vectors." They weren't saying aliens dropped octopuses into the sea, but that genetic material from space may have triggered a leap in their evolution, a leap too fast, too complex to be explained by Earth alone. Of course, mainstream science dismissed it, but why the discomfort? When a creature shows up with DNA that feels too advanced, ignoring the question may be easier than facing the possibility that it didn't come from here. Messengers from space. What if octopuses didn't evolve here, but were activated by something that fell from the sky? That's one of the most unsettling ideas in panspermia, alien microorganisms, hidden inside meteors, crashing into Earth's oceans. And when they did, something strange began to grow. A biological code came alive, and a species that once seemed primitive became something we still can't explain. Sounds like science fiction? NASA has confirmed the presence of complex organic molecules in meteorites. According to Astrobiology magazine, amino acids and sugars, the building blocks of life, have been found in rocks that fell from space. If life can survive in deep space, what else could be hidden in those rocks? Maybe not just molecules, but instructions, blueprints. And what if the octopus is the result of that? Not an accident, but a message, a life form left in the depths, silently growing, evolving in the shadows. Maybe when we study octopuses, we're not just looking at a creature, we're looking at a signal from something that once looked down at Earth, the missing link in marine evolution. Biology teaches us that evolution is slow, gradual, traceable, but octopuses don't fit that timeline. They appear in the fossil record suddenly with intelligence, camouflage, 3 hearts, blue blood, and highly advanced neurology. There are no transitional fossils, no slow buildup. It's as if they just jumped into existence. Earlier cephalopods were simple, but modern octopuses display behaviors that match and sometimes surpass mammals. Opening jars, solving puzzles, recognizing human faces, and no one can point to a clear evolutionary path. Where is the bridge between those stages? The truth? There may be no bridge because maybe there was no natural crossing. Maybe octopuses weren't built step by step. Maybe they were uploaded fully formed into Earth's oceans. The ocean as an alien incubation zone. If you were a higher intelligence trying to insert life into a planet, where would you hide it? The perfect place would be somewhere dark, vast, and unexplored. Somewhere like the ocean. More than 80% of the ocean floor remains unmapped. It's the ultimate hiding place, the perfect natural laboratory. Octopuses thrive in deep, isolated areas. They don't move in groups. They don't follow predictable rules. Many of the most mysterious species have only been seen in the darkest zones of Earth's oceans. Coincidence or a strategy to keep them hidden from our eyes? Maybe the ocean isn't just water. Maybe it's an incubator, a chamber designed to evolve something slowly until the time is right. And if the octopus was placed there to grow, silently, far from us, then maybe it's already grown more than we realize. What science doesn't say about octopuses? Science is built on questions, but sometimes when the questions get too strange, it stays quiet. That's exactly what's happened with octopuses. Their strange genes, sudden emergence, and intelligence make scientists uncomfortable. So rather than ask where they came from, the discussion turns to how they behave. That 2018 study we mentioned earlier, the one hinting at extraterrestrial genetic influence, was published in a serious journal. Yet major institutions ignored it, brushed it aside, called it speculative, but none of them refuted it with evidence. Silence again. When something can't be explained, it's often buried, but the facts remain. The genome remains alien-like. The behavior remains bizarre, and the mystery only grows. Maybe science isn't hiding the truth. Maybe it's just not ready to face it. What if they sucked mess singers? What if octopuses aren't just animals, but messages? Placed here not to conquer, but to observe. With eyes that look like surveillance cameras and brains that rival ours in complexity, it's hard not to feel they're watching us back, moving in silence, thinking in ways we don't understand, waiting. Ancient cultures told stories of gods from the sea, beings that came from the stars and the deep. And when you look at an octopus, doesn't it feel like both something ancient, something meant to stay hidden? So ask yourself this, are we studying the octopus or are they studying us? And what if first contact doesn't come from the sky, but from the tides? So now that you've seen all this, tell me, do you still think octopuses are from here? Or could they be the evidence we've been ignoring, proof that we're not alone? Scientists try to explain them, but never fully do. Maybe because these creatures aren't just animals, they're enigmas, codes, warnings. Everything I've shown you came from real studies, real scientists, and real journals. You'll find all the official sources in the video description. Check them out. You might find something that changes the way you see this world. Comment below, do you believe octopuses are natural or something else entirely? Subscribe to the channel if you want more secrets like this. There's much more coming. Like the video if this made you question what's really out there. And don't forget to check the sources in the description because maybe the truth has been hidden in plain sight all along.